Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Last video we have looked at 4 C's of trust. What are the 4 pillars of trust? Right? It's basically credibility. Having competency helps you to become more credible, and consistency and reliability. Right? If you walk the talk, you can get you will be more reliable. And then having empathy and compassion that is required as a manager. And last but not the least, your character and integrity. Right? On these 4 pillars, your trust, builds. Right? I mean, whenever somebody wants to build you, they look for these 4 things. So we looked at this in the last video. So today, in this video, we will look at basically how can you, build all these components or all these elements of trust. Okay, I'll give you some tips on how can you enhance your trust, right? So first one is about credibility. So whenever you're talking about something, please talk what is known to you, right? Please don't blabber something, or we call it as a beating around the bush. Please don't do that, because people don't believe you, right? Initially they may believe you, but later when they come to know that this person is not authentic, this person is not authoritative, this person doesn't have any knowledge, then they don't believe you. So better you talk what is known to you, and whenever you talk something, provide the data and facts, right? So that always you can back up whatever you are stating with data and facts. And then admit if something is not known. Just because you are a manager, that doesn't mean that you have to know everything. It is not required. So you admit if something is not known, and you can ask the people if they know, and they can provide you the details. Or maybe you can say that I will check and get back to you. You can check with your other people, your mentors, or anybody else, and then you can get back to them. And stay up to date. This is very important, because when we are talking about credibility, we are also talking about competency and expertise. So if you want to have the competency and expertise, always you need to stay up to date with what is happening in the industry. Be a continuous learner, right? And we discussed in some of the other videos also, one of the key skills for the manager is you need to be always continuous learner, and be curious about knowing new things, what is happening around you, what is happening in the industry. So this is how you can build your credibility. And the next one is about being consistent, right? Consistency. So be reliable and dependable, right? When somebody says that, okay, I can always approach my manager, right? Or whenever my manager promises something, he keeps or she keeps, those promises. So that is, kind of trust you should have from your team, right? And then be committed, right? And, be committed to your work, be committed to, your team members, and then be consistent, whatever you do, right? I mean, when something is happening, whatever is your behavior, the behavior should be same in all similar situations, right? You cannot behave, in one way when something is happening, and and some other day, if same thing is happening, you cannot behave in a different way, right? So that is not called consistency. Of course, if you realize that you are doing something mistake, you can always correct it. But over a period of time, your people observe that whether this person is behaving in the same manner in the similar situations or not. So that is what is called the be consistent. And think before committing, because when it comes to keeping your promises, it is always better you think whether you can deliver it on your promises or not, right? Otherwise, you will lose your reliability. You lose your consistency. And then walk the talk. Very, very important. Whatever you are telling your team members, you should also follow the approach. When you say that, the people have to follow the organizational policies, people have to follow, whatever it is, right? The framework. You also should, you should be a role model for them, because they look up to you. So you need to walk the talk before, preaching it to your team members, right? That is how you can enhance your consistency. The next one is about compassion. Be caring and supportive. Very, very important, right? When I say be caring and supportive, you need to understand, other people's perspective, right? And from what are they thinking about it, or like how they are feeling about it, and how can you support that? See, it is easy to shout at the people. It's easy to make a big mess. but it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of understanding, or it takes a lot of patience to understand other people and think from their view, right? So that is how you can be more compassionate, and you value more relationships, right? That is important. And then be an empathetic listener. We already discussed in one of the video what is meant by being an empathetic listener. Basically, you have to pay attention. It is called whole body listening, right? Your ears should listen, and it's not hearing. You should listen to them, and you should think what they are talking. You should be able to process what they are talking, and then you should also have the feelings, like how other people are feeling, right? And then you need to pay a lot of attention. Your body language should reflect that. So this is called and you should have the eye contact with them. This is what is called the whole body listening or empathetic listening. And then communicate effectively. Again, communicate effectively doesn't mean that you have to use hi-fi English or something like that, but whatever you are telling, the other people should be able to understand. So check with them whether whatever you are sending the message, whatever message you are communicating, whether other people, the receivers, whether they have understood in the same manner, whether they have understood the intention, whether they have understood the impact, right? So that then there will not be any misunderstandings. And then be humble and respect everyone. It is very, very important, right? And the saying goes, it is always, good to be, a nice person, right? But being nice is more important, right? So being nice is very, very important. Be humble and respect everyone. And then last but not the least, the character part. You should be honest, and you should maintain the transparency, and you should give equal opportunities to all your team members and stakeholders, and do what is right, right? Do what is right, even if somebody is not watching you. That is more important. It is not that because somebody is watching me, I will do the right thing. No, that is not correct. And then admit mistake. If something happens, mistake happens from your side, please admit. Don't need to blame others, or do a big drama and try to defend yourself knowingly that you did mistake. It is not required. Just admit mistakes and then just move on. So that way your team also will trust you. And then be genuine, right? When you are showing interest, be genuine towards developing other people. Be genuine in developing other people. And then never hurt others. Very, very important. And then be truthful, right? Be truthful to yourself, be truthful to the organization, be truthful to your team members. So this is how you can build the character. So these are some of the tips for building all the 4 pillars of trust: credibility, consistency, compassion, and character. Okay, so we will come back. Okay, again, I want to end this video by reinforcing that the trust takes years to build, and it takes only few seconds to break, and probably forever to repair. So trust is the foundation for all relationships. Okay, and we will come up with more topics like this in the next video. Please stay tuned for more. My name is Vijay Kumar Pitta, and if you want to reach me, or if you need more information, please look at the coordinates which are there in the screen, and please feel free to approach me. If you enjoy the video, please like it. Please share it with your family, friends, colleagues, so that they also can get benefit out of it. And then please subscribe to my channel so that you can get latest updates. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.